if your family does experience this whole COVID-19 mess, which that was a whisk. Hey guys, what's up? With all of the fun happening in the world right now, I kind of felt like, maybe I should make a video about all of this, or at least something that might be relatable or that I hope you guys will find useful. So I wanted to show you what we went and bought in preparation for staying inside our home for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I am now going to borrow my son's little whiteboard here that he has so cutely drawn a Minecraft picture on. I'm going to erase it and I want to show you a real basic list breakdown of what we went to shop for. I realize that by the time this video is coming out, there are a lot of places and states, particularly in the United States, where they are already limiting how much you can go pick up in a day. But if you can, obviously the basic math is that if you usually go to the store once a week and you don't want to go for 3 weeks, then you buy 3 times as much, right? Real simple. The basic breakdown for what we got in the grocery section is as follows. I chopped it into 3 different little sections: dry goods, frozen goods, and canned goods. The reason that I focused on those 3 is because obviously if you're trying to avoid trips to the store and you want your food to last as long as possible, getting a whole bunch of fresh produce is kind of out of the question. You can get what you want to eat before it will go bad in that first few days, but what do you do past those few days? So with dry goods, for our dry goods we focused on these things here that I've listed. I'm sorry if you can't read my handwriting. It says rice, beans, lentils or peas, you know, the dried kind that you can make in a soup or a crock pot. That includes pasta, breads, nuts, fruits, and any sort of like snacky or like bar stuff, you know, granola bars, protein bars, whatever floats your boat in that section. So again, this is just a basic shopping list. I'm not trying to be any sort of expert on like rationing food or provisions. Sean and I have lived by the principle since we've been together that you should always have some extra on hand as a just-in-case thing. Because of that, we also had extra household supplies, extra canned goods on hand. I'll show you what we currently have, at least here in a few minutes. The really basic principle is just to focus on gathering foods and products that are not going to go bad quickly. And when I talk about the breads, we did buy extra bread, but we put most of it in the freezer, so a little tip for you there. Next section, frozen goods. The point of getting frozen goods is that obviously those will last quite a long time. My daughter's awake, so I guess we're making this video together now, you little weasel. Alright, where are we at? Okay, with frozen goods, obviously that includes meat of your choice. For us, we focused on chicken and beef because we're pretty basic people. Warm-up snacks, veggies and fruit. My mic seems to be picking up some static, so I do apologize for that. I also can't resolve it right now. I've tried a couple of things and it seems to still be happening, so please bear with me. I'll make the rest of the video short and to the point. But in the meantime, I just said short and to the point. Come on. The warm-up snacks that we keep on hand in our family are some gluten-free chicken nuggets and some hash browns. Funny enough, they're good, okay? Don't hate. And then for veggies and fruit, that's more if you're really determined to have that smoothie each day, or if you absolutely despise canned vegetables, which I don't blame you. I'm not a huge fan of them either. I only eat them when I have to. So we kind of did a mix on ours. We did mostly canned veggies this time, but I do have a couple packages of like fresh green beans and broccoli and snap peas in the freezer as well. Guys, she won't stop trying to take my board. She's already erased it a couple of times by accident. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for the canned goods department, which also includes bottled goods in my book, by the way, because some things come in glass bottles. Stop! Okay, I've got vegetables, fruits, meat, like fish, beef, chicken, you know, tuna, I guess if you're into anchovies and sardines, that sort of thing. And then sauces to go with your dried goods. Mostly for us, that just means pasta sauce. And now I wanted to show you what we do currently have on hand real quick. I will also briefly go through what we got for household goods. I know that everyone's making all these big jokes about doing toilet paper runs and people running out of paper goods and all that junk. There are a few other things that you should consider, so I'll show you what we got for that as well. And all of the things I'm showing in this video, I actually based off of the recommendations from the CDC. This is our freezer currently. Yes, my husband has celiac disease, so we have to do everything gluten-free. And if you've ever done gluten-free before, you know that it has a horrible shelf life, so we are definitely freezing what we can. We have a few loaves of bread, some chicken nuggets, extra lunch meat, hash browns, and anything wrapped in foil that is chicken and beef that I have sectioned off into 1 pound at a time, or if it's chicken, I've sectioned off 2 breasts at a time. Also have a bag of carrots, a bag of snap peas, a couple slabs of bacon, a bag of broccoli, and just a couple of warm-up snacks on hand for me and my son. I won't show you my whole fridge, but we did get a couple of large juices and a couple of extra milks. We don't drink cow milk, we drink almond milk, but we just got a couple extra. Also, we usually go through like maybe a dozen eggs a week, but I went ahead and got 2 packs of 18, since that would last about the same as 3 weeks for us. Lunch meat, and another good snack to have on hand for us and our family is cheese sticks. And of course the necessary caffeines. Yeah. As you can see, we went a little light on the fridge goods, and I already explained, because honestly that stuff is not going to keep horribly well. So we went heavier on things like dry goods and canned goods. Okay, it's now like 4 hours later. Mom life. Okay, I got stuck in the whole dinner bedtime mess of the day. So anyway, I was gonna show you our little pantry. So first off, we don't have a huge pantry. We're in a small apartment, right? So what we have on hand is fairly modest, honestly. But I wanted to show you. Viewfinder. Okay, so tuna, actually we have way more tuna than that. This is just a couple of cans sitting there. That's a 5-pound bag of rice. I have another one up here. Sean can't live without Reese's, and that's Sean for you. Mac and cheese, nuts, you know, I mean, you can see what there is. We've got a couple of snack things, a couple of sauces. What's better than showing you my little weird on-hand cabinet, now that I think about it, is I'm going to show you what we currently have in our hall closet, where I have our little stash of what's supposed to last us for the next couple weeks. I actually have it split up into 2 different places. It's a small apartment. It's a milk crate of some canned goods. Real simple. In here I have things like, I have some tuna. Actually I have a lot of tuna. I have a few 4-packs of tuna. I have pinto beans, the larger size, because I'm Mexican and I like beans, okay? They're delicious. Don't hate. We also have some canned meat. We have canned turkey chunks and beef chunks. I already mentioned the tuna, and down in the bottom I have a couple of large cans of peaches and pears, so like basic fruit. So I have a milk crate here, and then I have this stuff in the closet. Okay, and this is currently our hall closet. I just have this shelf here and this one here for now. We did go get extra pet food. I've got cat food, dog food, and extra litter. You can see I've got canned vegetables. We've already gone through a little bit of this. It's only supposed to last a couple weeks, so realistically it'll keep going down, but beans, more tuna, sauces, fruits, lots of pasta. Like I mentioned earlier, we have to do everything gluten-free, so we had to get all the special stuff. Peanut butter, gluten-free baking, all-purpose stuff, cornbread, and then just some fruit snacks, real easy on-hand stuff. I did not feel like it was necessarily appropriate to go crazy on water storage, plus we have a small place, so we only have 5 gallons of water, extra oil, couple rolls of paper towel, and 1 package of toilet paper. That takes us a long time to go through anyway. But we do have an extra reserve cooler. This is like a 5-gallon cooler, and inside I have 2 big jugs of Gatorade. Another thing that we got that we added to our grocery list that Sean thought of, that I would not have thought of, is actually chewing gum. And the reason I want to recommend chewing gum is because if you are used to going out to work all day and then eating out at, whenever you want, and this is really changing up your schedule, and you're not used to being home all day, it can be really easy to A, get bored, and B, overeat. You need to be aware of how quickly you're actually going through it. So, like earlier I mentioned, we go through about 1 pound of meat a day. I actually won't go over that right now because I don't want to go back to this story yet, right? Remember, you've got to pace out your meals if you actually want it to last as long as you have told yourself that it's going to last. So, best of luck with all of that. I know for a lot of people these are some weird, inconvenient changes, and that everyone's just trying to adapt and get used to this new, weird, temporary normal. So I wish you all the best of luck on that. Now for household stuff, we have Dayquil and NyQuil. We have Tylenol and ibuprofen, Tums, antacids in case there's stomach issues. And then I went and got a couple of extra medications for my kids should they need it. I just want to show you a couple of these because I actually really like them. These Highlands Tiny Cold Tablets. These are like my favorite go-tos for Tibs and Pira. Zarbee's for cough and mucus. And of course, infant Tylenol, because if your family does experience this whole COVID-19 mess, which that was a whisk. Guys, I can't make a serious video. Who am I kidding? Usually I just put out these crazy little vlogs, right? The whisk just fell on my head. Thank you, whisk. Thank you for joining my video. And if you didn't already have some sort of multivitamin on hand, you may want to consider adding that to your cart as well. In the hygiene department, make sure you're thinking of, I know toilet paper is on everyone's mind, right? You see it all over, all the jokes on social media and stuff, but that's a given. So don't forget things like the hand soap or extra shampoo and conditioner. Things like contact solution if you wear contacts. And don't forget your allergy medications, that sort of thing. I hope y'all are out there being safe now and doing the recommended social distancing and whatnot. I know that there are two very polarized views on this. Some people think it's a crock of crap and that it could never happen to them, and then other people are completely afraid and panicked, and I honestly don't think that either of those is healthy. Follow your local, state, and national government recommendations, people. They are the experts here. But thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful. I know that we have people all over the scale right now that are dealing with differing degrees of difficulty at this time. So if you or a loved one is going through this COVID sickness, you're in our thoughts and prayers. And if you happen to be one of the people who is still not quite convinced that this is a thing yet, I do encourage you to trust your local health officials on this. It comes down to a simple matter of math. I will put a couple of links in the description to a couple of videos that explain more of the math. I'm not a mathematician, so I'm not even going to try, but I will link to people who are much better at that sort of thing. So again, thanks for watching. Give me some feedback in the comments, good or bad. I want to hear it, okay? And if you liked it, subscribe.